All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be taking a first look at Marvel's Batman in some PvP action. I decided to give STRYFE a CTP of authority. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the best roll possible on this thing. I was hoping to get the 30% damage reduction, but try as I might, it just didn't work out. I re-rolled this thing, I kid you not, 400 times. Besides that, I decided to give him 8 HP Urus. I'm holding off on the Odin's Blessings. I don't have his artifact, but he does have a very good one. He has the exact same one as Adam Warlock, which gives him recovery when he drops below 99%. This is the team we're going to be running him with. His new leadership gives him 50% extra defense, or gives all allies 50% defense, which is really good. And then his uniform bonus is his old leadership, which is just debuff removal, which is dope. So we get extra defense from having him as the lead, so we're going to go with that. And then we're going to run him with Hela for the extra damage reduction and damage to superheroes, because this week all the heroes are going to be in play, so we're going to get to put him up against Logan and Adam Warlock, just to name a few. And then obviously Colossus with his 4-star passive, big help. And he himself also has 50% damage reduction in his kit. I believe it's on his 4-star passive right here. So he has lots of damage reduction coming from the CTP, his passives, and we also have some coming from Hela and Colossus. With his leadership in play, he should be pretty tanky. Keep in mind that STRYFE, even though he's a PvP character, he's one of the only PvP character tier 2 natives that does not have a revive. All right, so first team, Professor X. Let's see how this goes. So we have 2 superheroes and obviously Jean Grey, which is the staple on every team. One thing I've noticed with a little bit of testing for STRYFE is that his counter attack is actually quite lethal. He can one-shot pretty much any character in the game with his 3rd skill, but as you can see, sometimes he just doesn't stay alive, so it's unfortunate. I think in Otherworld Arena, which we are going to test him in today, he may actually perform very well, but Timeline Battle, I don't know if he's going to be top 5. Like, he's definitely good, and if characters are banned, he definitely opens up your options, but truthfully speaking, as you can see, he's just not it right now. So that's 2 against Professor X. Let's jump in against somebody else and see. If we're just gonna work our way down the top 10 people right now and see what teams they're running and how STRYFE performs. It's unfortunate that he's getting washed like this, because he's looking worse than he actually is, but I just wanted to show it to you guys raw, uncut, just so you guys see I'm not hiding anything. Hela's doing decent. Wow, Hela actually took out Adam. I just put Hela on the team so that we have a way to stall for time, because STRYFE needs the startup. But okay, there we go. Finally we get to see his 3rd skill in action. But as you can see, Jean is working him over, and I don't think that they're gonna buff him in any way, so what you're seeing is kind of just what you're gonna have to live with. I could give him America Chavez for more HP, or I could give him Mantis for more damage. It actually would be the same amount of damage reduction from heroes anyways, a little bit more for villains, but I think we're pretty much capped on how much damage reduction we could have. Like, that counter for the 3rd skill is really good, but Jean might kill him here again. Jean might just be the one that has his number, but Logan with the undead artifact might have his number too, even though Logan has type disadvantage. The 4th skill is really good. Okay, so he's doing better here. See, the undead artifact for Logan. The problem with STRYFE is not having a way to sustain long term. So even combat characters can punish him because he doesn't have something to keep himself alive or a revive mechanic. I think they should make him hit harder. They're not going to buff him, I don't think. They didn't buff Kang, and Kang is just mid. So I don't think we should expect him to get anything. If they do, great, but they have to make him hit harder if he's not going to have a revive. Like, and I don't see tier 4 happening for him anytime soon, since he just got tier 3 in this update, and look how long we had to wait for that. So buyer beware. Yeah, Gene has his number. Is he on the buff list? Because he was on the buff list last week. Okay, so he's off of it. And Domino is no longer on the buff list, so maybe I should reevaluate. Should I swap him to an egg? What do you guys think? Because I don't think for timeline the authority is gonna cut it unless maybe it's a brilliant. I don't know. I don't really see him taking out Spider-Man because he's because Spidey's a speed type. Oh boy, so if he's struggling against Adam, struggling against Jean, took a L against Logan, bruv, that's the PvP meta right there. Most teams are gonna have those three characters right now. Like, you'll see Spider-Man, but most people would put Logan over Spider-Man just because Logan can counter Spider-Man pretty easily. Because type advantage plus the undead artifact on Logan. Oh boy. And I can't even say STRYFE is bad because he's not bad. He's just not cutting it because tier 4, man. Tell me how I can make him better. I don't think giving him 4 additional or 4 Odin's blessings is gonna be what make him start winning. I don't think he's lacking damage. I think he's lacking survivability. I think it's just a survivability issue, man. Does he need like reflect or something built into his kit so that he doesn't just get spawn killed? Because like, that's rough. Even after 20 seconds of other characters dying for him to get a startup, for him to just spawn and then get insta clap like that, it's kind of crazy. And it's not like I have bad cards and whatnot. I have 25% pierce. I'll show you guys my stats in a bit. Like, I'm truthfully not seeing... Oh, I'm not seeing how he's gonna be timeline meta. This is gonna be the last fight, and then we're gonna jump into Otherworld Arena. Come on. Okay, you got him once, but will he get him a second time? Okay. He got lucky? I don't know. Yeah, see? Yeah, he's getting worked over by even Logan. Okay, I am sad about this. So I'll show you guys my cards and then we'll jump into Otherworld Arena because I still need to do my 5 fights for the day. So as you can see, I have a lot of attack and I have 66% HP. My defense is pretty low, you could say, right? 31%, but hey, it is what it is. I have a leadership that's giving him 50 plus that 31, so he has 80% extra defense and he's still getting worked over. So season 3, I'll just show you guys my team. This is the team I'm running right now. Usually I would run Wasp, but STRYFE has that leadership that gives you debuff, that uniform bonus that gives you debuff removal. There's no need for the Wasp anymore, so we'll see how this goes. Escanor, the one that stands at the pinnacle of all races. Alright, so stall for a little bit, sacrifice Kang and Carnage. Does he live? It's kind of a mess to see what's going on, but he did okay. He didn't die. He's the third one that came out that he didn't die. Let's keep it running. Let's see. From the 4 fights, I just want to see how many times he... 4 fights that remain, 5 in total. I want to see how many times he dies. Because in timeline, he just dies a lot. But the thing is, am I really going to be telling people, yo, build STRYFE, buy STRYFE just for Otherworld Arena and Alliance Conquest? Like, he's good. Don't get it twisted. And if they ban a bunch of people for timeline, he will have more value, but... Okay, he didn't even... he didn't die here either. I don't know, man. Two PvP characters in a row. Granted, both of them are trapped at tier 3 in a meta that's heavily revolving around tier 4s. It's hard for them to keep up, and this is the problem with them releasing tier 4 while still having characters trapped at tier 2. They gotta create more. They gotta create a new game mode or have events where tier 3 characters have a chance to shine. I also didn't see any Kangs in timeline, so I couldn't even show you guys how he performs against Kang. But before I did this video, he was just one-shotting all the Kangs he fought. So I think STRYFE is better than Kang from what I've seen. And in a team setting in Otherworld Arena, I think STRYFE has more value than Kang, just because you can replace the Wasp with STRYFE, and that's going to give you the debuff removal from the Wasp plus a heavy hitter. Whereas Wasp, sure, she gives you HP and debuff removal, but I'll take another heavy hitter, another English words, another heavy hitter in STRYFE over the HP that I'm losing from not having the Wasp. So it looks like he's about to die for the first time here. Yep. Okay, so 1 in 4 times he's failed us so far. It's not too bad. Let's see the last one here. It's not really a big selling point to tell people to buy Betsy, but for 6,000 crystals to get STRYFE, like, he's good. Oh man, he's good, but maybe not good enough for most. Oh, he died here. Okay, so his success rate dropped from like 100% to 80% to now 60%. And it looks like this Adam Warlock is just gonna rinse us. Yep, okay, so we lost the last fight here. It is what it is. They even had the Wasp and stuff. So, oh man. What you gonna do, boys? You win some, you lose some. Truthfully speaking, let me know if you guys want to see me use him with a different CTP. Maybe if I give him Vitality, I would need to get another one of these. Maybe that Conquest CTP was designed with him in mind, because it gives you a nice balance of offense and defense, and it looks like the defensive portion is what STRYFE is missing. Maybe it's not coincidental that they released that CTP with STRYFE at the same time. Okay, so that's something we need to consider. This bad boy right here giving you the recovery rate, the extra HP plus the damage reduction, which I think the CTP might be what STRYFE needs. So it's a very tricky situation. You want him to be strong, you want him to offer value, but for him to offer enough value to justify his existence and the uniform and whatnot, he has to kind of devalue some of the most expensive characters in the game.